Hello, and welcome to the next episode of It's Your Time to Shine, a podcast about being a mom in a modern world. My name is Juspreet Kaur, and with me is my friend Lisa. Hi, Lisa.
Hey, Jess. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I just got done RSVPing to yet another birthday party. Yay!
What number birthday party does this make for the month?
I think this might be 15 in the last 2 months. And I'll tell you why. Allie's class, basically, they're all within 5 months of each other. So that's why there's a birthday party like every weekend, and I'm just exhausted. I'm exhausted. I get the same birthday gift for every child because it's easy. I just go to Amazon, $15. So I have like 20 little goblet things in my room. It's like a goblet game thing.
That's hilarious. So you're averaging like 7.5 birthday parties a month right now.
It's getting exhausting. I mean, you would think birthday parties are fun because it's like, okay, he can, Samir can take Alyssa and I can work or something. But I always end up taking her just because I have some mom friends. So it's like we all meet there. But then I don't get work done. Anyway, and then the latest one, 10 a.m. I don't understand parties that are at 9 and 10 a.m. I don't understand. Why would you do that to the child and the parent?
Well, it's more like what you mean is, why are you doing that to the parents? Because children are up that early.
Yeah, you're right. Why are you doing that to the parent? I was just trying to be fair when I said that because I was like, I don't, but yes, it's the parent. It's me. It's me being hungover and I don't need to go there at 10 a.m.
That's hilarious. Are they doing it on the weekends?
Oh my God, weekends, holidays, and then there's waivers. Oh, today I had to sign another waiver because all these places, they're little jumping jack type places, so I have to sign a waiver.
That's funny.
Anyway, I'm obviously very bitter about these birthday parties, but I go because Alyssa enjoys them and I don't want to deprive her of birthday parties. That would be a very empty childhood.
She's going to think like every play date, because she doesn't know the difference between birthday parties and play dates probably, right? So she's going to think every play date is like you take a present and then there's cake and you go to a bouncy house. And then one day when you like take her to the library and it's a play date and they're just like reading books, she's going to be like, where's the cake?
I think she learned the difference about 2 months ago. So she's there.
Oh, really? Then you have nothing to worry about. So, but the good news is then you'll be done after these 3 months.
I hope so.
You have no birthday parties for like 7 months out of the year, right?
Yeah. She was actually tired. About 3 weeks ago, it was like 2 birthday parties a day for like 3 days in a row. And she's like, Mommy, I'm tired of birthday parties. It's like, are you serious?
That's so funny.
And then we realized she might be just mimicking me.
I never made my kids go to like every party. I'd ask them, do you want to go?
That's why I was happy when she said it. I'm like, we don't have to go. She's like, no, I want to go. I want to go for cake. I'm like, I can get you cake. If that's all it is.
Yeah, I would actually say that to my kids. Straight up be like, if it's just about the cake, I'll get you cake.
I should have that conversation with her. And then she's going to be like, no, I want to play with my friends. Honest to God, I'll be honest, though. She's actually she can get a little shy, so it's good for her to see her friends over the weekend, and that's really the reason we go.
Oh, yeah, that is good.
So,
that's awesome.
It really is for her. But still, I don't want to sign the 10-minute waiver early. I'm going to sign it there. She'll be deprived of 10 minutes of play, and it'll be okay.
That's hilarious. My kids are having less and less birthday parties now. Now the thing to do is invite your friends over and either play video games or watch a movie.
Oh, yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, I actually think it's pretty cool, like, because it's not as pretentious and you're not like inviting 500 people to your house.
Yeah, no, I agree.
And it kind of reminds me of birthday parties from when we were kids. Like even when we had like our friends over or we went over to someone's house, there really wasn't anything like organized. The kids figured it out.
No, it wasn't. We're like way too over-organized now for birthday parties. We really are. So everything's got to have a theme. Everything's got to have a station,
Yeah.
And oh my God, the kids were bored for 3 minutes. Everybody, where's the clown?
That's so funny. And the face painter and the magician. Yeah.
I sound like a bitter mom and it's only been 4 years.
That's so funny.
I was so horrible at a birthday party about a month ago. I'll just share this story real quick. I was like the Larry David of moms. I couldn't take it. They were giving cake and it was like the last thing they're doing. And I was really tired that day. And the girl who was working there was so slow. I mean, it was literally like putting her in like 10% speed. And my daughter, Alyssa, and 2 or like 3 people around her were the only kids left without cake. And she was just going way too slow, and I just wanted to get home. And I was like, I'm sorry. And I just like went right past her. I got Allie her cake. I put it down. I looked at the other kids, and I was like, sorry, you're about to get your cake, but we got to go. And I went back to the moms, and they're like, wow, you meant business. I'm like, I did. I'm sorry. She needs to eat her cake. So I can be a little mean sometimes, depending on my mood.
Aw, okay. Good to know.
You think I'm mean. You're not even laughing. You just think I'm mean.
I do kind of think you're mean. I'm like, why? If you were going to do that, why didn't you just get 4 pieces of cake and get those other 3 kids cake also?
So I thought about that, and I was like, I should have done that. But then then the parents might be like, no, you're right. I did think about that. I had that moment. I was like, but it happened too quickly. So, oh well, live and learn.
Yeah. It's a dog eat dog world when it comes to birthday cake.
Yeah, they should learn early.
That's funny. And leaving a party, especially when you're Punjabi, is such a nightmare because every 5 minutes you're like, 5-minute warning. And then you start talking to parents. All the good conversation with other parents starts when you're about to leave.
They do. You're right.
It's the low stakes conversation time. It's like while you're at the party, nothing exciting is happening. And I'm like texting my husband like, oh my God, this is so boring. Should I leave? What should I do? And then when you're like, okay, we're going to leave, they're like, oh, I wanted to tell you about this movie I saw. Or like, oh, this is a really cool club we went to. And I'm like, why are you telling me this now? And then my kids don't take me seriously because their friends' parents start talking to me at the very end. And then it makes it seem like I'm never serious about leaving.
You're like, I'm not going to tell them that I like this movie. I'm just not. Bye.
Yeah. The struggle is real. My kids call it the Punjabi goodbye circle. They were like, first you talk for 20 minutes there, then you talk 20 minutes by the door, then you talk 20 minutes by the car.
That's funny.
And they're like, just give us those 20 minutes and we can just play for another hour.
I love that name, the Punjabi goodbye circle. That's hilarious.
Yeah. It's really funny. And the funniest part is that they're not wrong. It really does.
Yeah,
happen.
I know. That's what it's funny because it's real.
Yeah. Oh, awesome. Yeah. It's finally getting cold here.
Here too.
I know. And I love, I started hot yoga a few months ago and I love going when it's cold outside. It's so miserable when it's like,
oh yeah,
hot in the room and hot outside. So I've been like really looking forward to it.
How long's your class? Is it 90 minutes?
There's 2. There's a 60-minute and a 90-minute. I actually prefer the 60-minute because it's hard to fit yoga into my life anyway.
Right.
So trying to find 90 minutes is really tough.
Yeah. So something more realistic.
I like the 60 minutes because I'm able to like fit it in. And I usually go at night after the kids are about to get ready for bed. Mm-hmm. I'll go then. Mm-hmm. So we went to LA for the weekend and we rode bikes and we did a lot of walking and stuff while we were there, but I didn't actually go to yoga. So I'm like just like hungry to go to yoga again. And I felt a little guilty because my parents were here and I didn't want to leave them, but I also didn't want to give up my time because my body feels so much better when I go to yoga, you know?
So did you go?
I ended up going like every night that they were here except for last night. And my husband was really shocked one night. He saw me dressed and I was like, okay, I'll be back in an hour and 10 minutes. And he was like, what? Where are you going? And I was like, I'm going to yoga. And I swear he was about to be like, are you serious? You're going to go while your parents are here? But he didn't say anything because I think he was shocked. And before anybody said anything, I was like, see you later, bye. And I ran out the door.
I'm so glad you did that. I'm so glad you did that because in the end, you get your me time and you're just going to be a better version of yourself when you come back.
Yeah, exactly. And I think like the thing I love about my mom is when I said like, hey, Mom, I really want to go to yoga and I'll be back in like, an hour and 10 minutes. Is that okay? And she was like, oh, yeah, go. She's like, just go.
Yeah. She doesn't make you feel guilty. That's awesome.
And so she was really promoting it because I feel like if the other person is like guilting you, then you feel even worse. But my mom was like, no, it's fine. She was like, we're not doing anything. Just go. And I was like, okay. And I snuck out and I came back and I was like in such a good mood. Everyone was tired. And I was like, hey guys, who wants a sweaty hug? And my kids were like, no. It was really funny.
I think the guilt thing, somebody making you feel guilty actually could make or break your workout. Like if someone made you feel guilty and you went, you're not going to be as present in your workout because you're going to feel bad and then you're just going to look at the clock. So I think it's so awesome that your mom did that.
Yeah, she's really awesome. And I've been in other situations with other family members who aren't big on fitness. And then they'll just be like, oh my gosh, what do you need to go for? You can skip one day and blah, blah, blah. But the truth is like when you miss one day, if you're not going every day, then that turns into like 3 days, right? If you go every other day.
Right, exactly.
And also, I feel like as we're getting older, especially for moms, fighting off the stress and stuff, it's really helpful.
Oh, definitely. I'm having my cousin, my aunt, they're coming for a whole week, and I emailed my cousin just now, just saying, bring your workout clothes. We're working out. So I 100%, agree with that. That it's not just for the actual physical reason, just mentally, it's important to be able to do that for yourself.
Oh, that's awesome. And she has a little baby. So are you guys going to do some mommy and me type of stuff? Because you
Yeah,
used to be a big advocate of that.
I'm still am. I've been working out with Allie since she was a baby. She's been watching me. Now Allie works out with me. I mean, not like as like with me like the same exact things, but she'll try. She'll try all the workouts. She'll make an attempt, and then she'll go, "I'm tired," and then she'll go play in her kitchen. But so yes, I think I'm glad you bring that up because I am going to have Cagliari there, and that's what I'm going to say. You don't have to stop your workout because you have your baby with you. Have her join you. You know.
That's really cool. Okay, so what kind of stuff can someone like your cousin who has a 1-year-old, what kind of stuff could she do? Give us examples of some workout moves.
You mean what kind of workout she can do or what she can do to be able to work out with a 1-year-old?
I'd say both.
Okay, so let's just give it the worst case scenario, right? Obviously, you can you can schedule your day so that you work out when your baby is sleeping. This is given you're home, okay?
Hmm.
So she's home right now. But you have to think about what could go wrong. She might not sleep that day. So you don't want that to translate to I will not work out that day. So the way I think about things is what if she doesn't sleep? How am I going to still get my workout in? So first thing is to find a way to contain your child. So one of the things I did when my kid was 1, I think, when she was 1, obviously earlier she just used to be in a little rocking chair. I had the little play gates. So I had toys inside and the play gates, and she would just play and crawl in there while I was working out. So that would be my first advice to someone like her, just to make sure she gets her workout in.
Hmm.
Now, as far as the types of workouts go, that depends on the person and where they are physically. I think it's important to do all of them. So strength training is important, like you just talked about. As we are aging and watching our parents age, it's so important to do strength training. Bone density, we get weaker, arthritis, and things like that. So it really helps strengthen your bones.
Hmm.
And obviously cardio because of heart reasons. But for me personally, endorphins, it centers you, makes you feel better. Makes you feel better. That's it. You're just I make better decisions. I have less knee-jerk reactions if I have more endorphins. So that would be the second. And then, of course, what you're doing, yoga. I think yoga is as important as it gets.
I think that's awesome. So I don't do strength training. I don't know if yoga would be counted as strength training because you are using your body weight a little bit. But so do you think are you saying that lifting weights?
I would go to Pilates to get a little bit more strength then, because there's kind of a combination of yoga and strength.
Hmm.
Strength is very important. I mean, there's 2 ways to look at it. One is what are the benefits as far as how I look physically? Then what are the long-term benefits? So obviously strength training for physical muscle, you're more toned, right? And also the benefits is that your metabolism gets better. So they may not be immediate as far as food consumption goes, but over time you can afford to eat more calories and not gain weight,
And what about actually lifting weights? Do you lift weights?
That is strength training. So strength is lifting weights, push-ups, resistance, any type of resistance.
Okay.
If you can try to do maybe twice a week of strength, what I try to do is one day I'll do push-ups and stuff and jumps and plyo, and another one I'll do weights. I could write a blog on the types of exercises that are good, that'll work on this, balance control, all this stuff. So I really should write a blog. I'm obviously into this. I didn't realize until I started talking. So...
Yeah, I realized you were, which is why I'm asking these questions. Okay, cool. So I do the yoga, and then also in my yoga studio, you've done hot yoga before, so it's pretty hot in there. They also do a Pilates class, so once or twice a week, I'll try to go to Pilates.
Oh, good. So you're getting strength.
Yeah, so I guess that's resistance training because it's a lot of burpees and push-ups and stuff. I hate burpees. Can I just say that out loud? I hate them.
I love burpees. Can I say that out loud?
You love them?
I don't know why I love burpees.
Yeah. Because you're a glutton for punishment. I hate one of the instructors loves doing these burpees where it's mountain climber burpees and then wants you to do ab crunches, flip over, do mountain climbers, do a jump up. The burpee is the jumping up part, right?
Am I a nerd? Oh my God. Like, that sounds good. All I see is how this is going to give me endorphins.
Oh my gosh. What it gives me is really sore muscles for 2 days afterwards. Because I'm in there. The thing I love so the reason I really like group exercise classes is um, everybody's doing it. So you're less likely to just give up. If you were to write down exercises for me, I may not do it the same strength or whatever.
Right.
But I also love that the instructors at this yoga studio, they still have the yoga culture. So even in Pilates, they're like, you showed up today. So you're worth it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And you can do anything for 20 seconds. I love that. I'm like, I need that reminder.
Yeah, you do. That's what keeps you going.
Yeah.
Those are the kind of instructors that you need.
Yeah, it's really awesome.
You can do anything. And I think I've told you this before about cardio. The worst part of cardio is the first 7 minutes. That's it. I think I told you this, didn't I?
Yeah, I think you did too. Yeah, I think I have the same thing. If I can get through the first 20 minutes, I'm usually good after that. But I just I find the treadmill to be so boring.
Okay, boredom is a big deal. I can't do boredom. That's why I have different, I only do one workout a month. That's it. And then I won't get to that workout for another 30 days.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. And you work out like every day, right?
I try to work out about 5 to 6 times a week.
Okay.
That'll include yoga too. I try to, that includes yoga as well. But what I do is I have a chart. Like, I have like categories. So Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday, cardio, right? And Tuesday and Thursday, strength. And then Tuesday is like the push-ups, plyo type strength. And Thursdays is the strength, weights and stuff. And then I just pick workouts. So every Tuesday I'll pick a different type of plyo type workout.
And where are you picking them from? Your own list of workouts?
So Beachbody. Beachbody is like, they're my favorite. And I've done so many workouts. So it's like a combination of Insanity, Max 30, P90X, Focus, and 21-day Fit Extreme.
Oh, cool. So you go to beachbody.com or to the app or something and then get ideas?
Yeah, the app's awesome. It's like only $4 a month and you get everything. I love Shanti. I love Tony Horton. So I'm a big Beachbody. Ali calls him Uncle Sean and Uncle Tony.
Because she's grown up with them being in the living room.
Yes.
That's so cute.
Yes, she has. But no, you just pick a different one. I actually have a chart. I'll take a picture of it for you. I'll show you my chart and how I do it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that'd be awesome. I think that's really cool, like that you're mixing it up, because I think I think there's like 3 things for moms. One is like making the time, like you mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
The second one is getting bored. So if you can mix it up.
Right.
And then the third one is accountability. I think if you have an accountability partner, it makes a huge difference. Even if it's like not someone, if you don't live close to a friend or you can't get on the same schedule as a friend who can go with you, which is like the supreme, solution. But a second one is like,
Right.
Is there someone who will ask you like, hey, did you work out? I worked out. And I have a new friend that I made over the summer, and she just works out all the time. Like, this girl does triathlons.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
She's like deadlifting. Like, she's just crazy. She works out every morning. She wakes up at like 5 a.m. to work out.
And she's a mom?
She's not a mom, no. And I think that makes a difference, of course. But it's really cool to have a friend like that, because when I push myself and work out, sometimes I'll send her like my peak heart rate or how long I hit my like max heart rate and stuff. And she'll be like, oh my gosh, that's awesome. And then she'll send me stuff back. And so it's kind of cool to have that, like, someone to talk to that's like, hey, did you work out yet? I'm going to work out right now. Did you go? And I never want to say no to her. So I'm like, yeah, I'm on my way right now. I'm like changing into my clothes.
You were in your pajamas in bed watching TV.
I'm like putting down the popcorn and I'm like, let me just go ahead and do a quick workout. So whenever I can't do like a workout, I used to work out during the day, and it's been harder and harder to do that with work being crazy. I'll always have my like last ditch, like, let me do it at night.
It's hard with work and kids, and every child adds more time. And I understand that, because you still have the same 24 hours that I do, or someone without a child does,
Yeah, it's hard. And the thing that makes it hard is like the after school activities and homework, because those are different every day.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. It's easy to talk, hey, anyone could just make time. I understand that people's everyday lives and the commitments they have are different, than the ones I do.
Yeah, it can be hard. The cool thing about working out at home is that you don't have the dependency on like the time of a class or when a gym is open, but it can be hard. Not everyone has space at home too. you know?
That's the thing about time. I look at everything as time.
Uh-huh.
So it's like, okay, if I'm going to commit to working out and I want to do 30 minutes, I only want to do 30 minutes. I don't want to drive 10 minutes, drive back 10 minutes, or 15 minutes and change there. So these decisions make me more likely to execute. So that's why I do it at home, to save time.
Yeah.
Because I know I won't do it otherwise. And that's why I only commit to 30 to 40 minutes a day of working out. Like you said earlier, you won't be able to do 90 minutes, so it's better to commit to 60 and you'll do it. Otherwise, you may not do 90 at all.
Right. You want to hear something funny? Last Sunday, I went to go work out, and I went right after Gurdwara. So at talking about Punjabi circles, I knew like everyone was going to be talking for a while after the service was done. And I was like, okay, I'm going to sneak out right now. I took my clothes with me, and I was like, I'm going to run to yoga. And Budham was in shock. He was like, what? And I was like, yeah, just bring my...
Budham's like always in shock when you go to yoga.
I know, it's so funny because he was like, really? You're going to sneak out right now? And I was like, yep. And I was like, 2:00, I can make it to this class and I'll be home by like 3:15, and they'll probably get home like around the same time as me. So I go and change in the bathroom, and I get to the yoga class, and I go to sign in, and it's not a 60-minute class. It's a 90-minute class.
No.
And I was like, and the lady's like, is everything okay? And I was like, I thought this was a 60-minute class. And she was like, surprise, it's not. She started laughing. She was like, I did the same thing last week. And she was like, you're here, it's all good. And I was like, okay, fine. And I was like really dreading it because I've been doing 60 minutes. So I know like how the time goes. I was like nervous. I was like, will I last for 90 minutes? Do I have enough water? I'm like freaking out. But it turns out the 90-minute class, they give you a little more time in each posture. So it's less cardio.
Oh, got it.
Because a little more breaks in between. Like you do the postures twice and then you rest. And you know how they do that like 30 or 45 seconds of asana in between?
Right.
You get a little bit more of a break. So I was like, oh.
Spread out almost. Okay.
Yeah, it's spread out a little bit more. So I was like, oh, this is interesting. So it turned out fine and I felt great. Mm-hmm. But I was so nervous that entire class. Like, am I going to make it? Am I going to make it? Like,
I'm glad you didn't just walk away.
I stayed in there. The shame of leaving early was too much for me to bear. So my body benefited from it that day.
I might have just left at 60 minutes.
I know. I thought about it. I was like, okay, this is the time. I did leave for like 10 seconds to get more water because...
Well, yeah, because you only had water for 60 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. And in there, I wonder what the temperature is. I know it's above 80. I wonder what the actual temperature is, but it's very hot.
I'm not a fan of hot yoga. I admire you for doing it. I can't do it. It's just too hot for me.
I feel great afterwards. It's difficult. And I think you get used to it.
I haven't done it in over like 15 years. I did it when I was younger, not into it as much. So who knows? Maybe I should try. You've just motivated me to try.
Yeah. Try it twice. I always say don't do it just once because I think the second time you really get like more of the benefits of it.
Because I do think yoga is the one thing I lack a little bit. I'll try to do it once a week, but if I skip another workout, I'm more likely to say, oh my God, I forgot cardio. I'm going to do cardio. I do put yoga on the back burner, and that's something I've been trying to change. So,
yeah. Well, check it out, and then, or next time you come visit, we can go together.
Yeah. I think we were trying to do that when I came a few years ago, remember? And then none of us woke up, or you started making pancakes.
Something.
I don't know, something.
Yeah, it was probably both. Nobody woke up, and I was making pancakes. That happens a lot in my house.
Yeah, because I remember getting a text from you. Are we going? And I got the text like 2 hours later. I was still sleeping.
While you were eating pancakes?
Yes. Oh, you wanted to go to yoga this morning?
You're like, oh, you want to go work out? Can you have more maple syrup? Like, yeah. Next time I should take the maple syrup to the yoga studio and be like, here, come get it.
I'll sit outside while you're inside. No, but one thing, when I'm on vacation, I actually don't do anything because I do extra workouts before and after. I mean, I don't go on vacation more than 4 or 5 days, right? So I'll do like a double header kind of a thing. Like I'll work out 2 weeks in a row every day, and then when I come back, so I'll make up for that. Because I really want to be on vacation when I'm on vacation and enjoy my food, enjoy everything, not have to worry or think about it. So that's kind of, even like my aunt coming for a week is like a quote unquote vacation because she's such an awesome cook.
Right.
And I want to enjoy it, but I also don't want to be guilty. So I'm working out extra right now because I know I might not be able to work out while she's here, even though I asked my cousin to bring her gym clothes.
You're going to pre-purchase the calories.
Well, yeah, exactly. That's what I do. I think I said that once. I pre-purchase the calories.
Yeah, you've taught me that.
But also with my cousin, I think part of that is accountability, like you were just talking about, like me asking her to bring her gym clothes because I know I might not work out while they're here. So if I ask her to bring it, I'm accountable to work out while they're here. But I want to say one thing. If one can just make, I always say, this is like my little as wise as I'll ever get quote, you know? But
Hmm.
if you can carve 1 hour a day, just whatever you have to do, 1 hour a day, morning, night, whenever. Well, it doesn't matter. No, not more than hour, just 1 hour a day. Use 30 minutes of that for working out, 10 minutes in the morning for some sort of breathing meditation, 10 minutes in the evening for some sort of breathing meditation. I just think you'd mentally feel like you're in a better place. So I always say, just like if you can try to carve out 1 hour.
Oh, that's awesome. And you're not saying 1 hour all at once, just like 10 minutes, 30 minutes, 10 minutes.
Something like that, but and obviously this includes sleeping on time and stuff. You know, I think that's key to everything is getting a good night's sleep.
No, I think that's awesome. And breaking it into like 10 minutes, 30 minutes, 10 minutes, and then maybe finding another 10 minutes for something else.
Yeah.
Like taking your makeup off at the end of the day if you wear makeup during the day, or taking a quick shower if you like are out a lot during the day makes a huge difference in just getting your sleep hygiene back into order as well.
I just think all of that, us moms, for us, it's the least we can do for ourselves.
Yeah, I totally agree. Moms and dads, because we want everyone to be the best version of themselves. And
Yeah, okay, fine. Dads too. You're right. Dads too.
and one other thing that I really like is and you've talked about this a lot, like if you can't work out or something happens and just the baby doesn't sleep and then has a bad day or someone's feeling sick or whatever, it's okay. Just forgive yourself and then start over again the next day.
That's true. That's true. I like that too because I actually think I'm not like that. I'm like, oh my God, I got to get that workout in. And you're right. It is okay if you can't one day.
Yeah, totally. So, oh, awesome. This is great. I'm looking forward to reading your blog about fitness one day once you're ready to share that.
I'm going to write the blog. You've motivated me.
Oh, awesome. Okay, good. Yeah. And then you can share some of your workouts.
I'm going to send you my chart.
That's awesome. I can't wait to see it. And hopefully we can share it with our listeners as well. And thank you, listeners, for your feedback and comments. It's been amazing hearing from you, and we hope to hear from you more. Thanks for listening.
All right, quick message for our listeners. We're going to be taking a little holiday break, but we'll be back towards the end of January.